But I do these things because I know that's what my wife likes. And I watch it. Real Housewives of Atlanta, New Jersey, all of them. I gotta sit down and watch that too. But I'm willing to do that for her because I know that's a show, that's something that she enjoys. So yes, I know, be interested in what the man likes. But make sure he's willing to do the same thing for you. Ride or die. What do I mean by ride or die? You stand by him no matter what. Doesn't matter how much money he makes. Doesn't matter he doesn't have a six-figure income. It doesn't matter he doesn't drive a Ferrari. It is no matter what because he cares about you for who you are. When I met my wife, I had a business convention that I had to go to, and I was receiving an award, and we were just dating at the time. She was in Little Rock, I was in Bentonville, Arkansas, and I had to go to Dallas to accept my award. And I really wanted her to be there. And so I said, April, I know it's a long drive, and it's going to cost you money, but would you mind, being with me to accept my award if I get it? She said, Carlos, you worked so hard for that. I know you're going to get it. I'm going to be there with you. I looked at her and I was like, get out of here. She was willing to drive 4 or 5 hours from Little Rock to be with me at this deal. That spoke mountains and mountains of words of who she was. So, it's very, very important, ladies, at some point, to be full out for whoever it is that you're going to be with. Now, of course, in the beginning stage, you don't want to just say, oh, you're a criminal. But I'm with you on that one. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But if the gentleman is into his career, he's into a certain subject, and you're like, you know what, I will support you. I will help you. I will assist you. Speak to the mountains. Open to physical fitness. Now, ladies, I'm not saying you have to be a gym rat. I'm a gym rat. I'm in the gym 4 times a week, sometimes twice a day, but that's me. One thing that drew me to my wife is that she was willing to stay physically fit. She didn't go, I think she went like once a week, twice a week. As our relationship built, she started going about as much as me. Actually, the muscles got bigger than mine too. But that showed me that she cared about herself physically, that she wanted to take care of herself. And I tell you, ladies, all of my boys, in talking with them, the single ones and the married ones, said it's a big time turn on to see a lady taking care of herself. Again, you don't have to be Miss Olympia. You don't have to be in there 4 times a week. But when we see ladies in valleys, when we see you in the Y, that tells us something. That tells us, wow, she is about herself, and she's about taking care of herself and making sure that she stays healthy, she stays fit. So, be open to physical fitness. Domestication is still a plus. Why do I bring this up? Because not only me, but all of my guys are like, look, man, I'm glad my wife cooks. She don't have to. Man, when she makes that roast beef, dog, I'm running home after. When she bakes that cake, I'm running home. You don't have to be or have to cook every day. And I don't want you to think, ladies, that you have to be in the kitchen every single day. Because my wife is not in the kitchen every day. We split kitchen duty. I take about 4 days, she takes 3 days. She takes 4 days, and I take 3 days. We switch it. That's how we work. Because she has goals, dreams, and aspirations just as much as I do. I have a busy schedule, but so does she. So, but the thing that, again, that drew me to her is the domestication aspect. Is that she still was willing to cook, she was still willing to clean, but she was allowing me to step in and help out as well. There are a lot of ladies that think that, well, if they're just independent, they have this, they shouldn't cook, they don't need to cook. I will give you a big time secret. If you can cook, you let a man know that you can cook, your stock goes up another 20, 30 points. And you don't have to make a great meal every single day. You can just make this that one great meal. I'm gonna tell you the meal that my wife got me on that made me ask her to marry her. It was baked chicken garlic mashed potatoes, rolls, and green beans. I was like, man, she cooked like my mama. It was that good. It was just that one meal. I didn't care what else she cooked. That was great in itself. So ladies, if you can cook, don't be ashamed of it. If you can clean, don't be ashamed of it. Now, if a guy's saying, well, all you got to do is you cook and you clean, then yeah, kick him aside. Do that. Kick him aside. But if he's willing to split duties with you and he's attracted to the fact that you still can clean, that you can still cook, in addition to all the great things that you can do, your stock goes up. Now, ladies, if you can't cook, learn to. Again, just make that one meal. Just one meal. That's it. Open to trying new things. A lot of my guys, married, single, love a woman that's willing to try new things. Ride go-karts. Going to Dave & Buster's. Just different things. Dates that are not ordinary. Now, my wife and I, we like to do the movies thing, and we'll go to a concert. But we'll climb, they've got a rock climbing wall in Big Sporting Goods in South Park Mall. But we climb that bad boy. Something fun, something to do. My wife and I go to Dave & Buster's at least once or twice a month. Because that's fun. That's stepping out of the box. We're always finding things to do that's different to keep everything going. So be open to those. If you've never been to a college football game, try it out. If you've never been to a boxing match, try it out. Now, if you don't like it, it's okay. Let them know. Tell them it's okay. Be sexy, but not trashy. Again, ladies, this goes into the closet. Because some ladies have this misconception, man, the less I dress, the more men I'm going to get. Nah. The less you dress, the easier it is that we know you are. And us good ones, and I'll be honest, us good ones, we'll walk away. I have walked away. I'll never forget, I have been out a couple of times. And these ladies, the skirts were like up to here and down, and they were built well, but then they came up to me and they just was like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, I'm fine. Would you like to get something to drink? No. No, thank you. And they were shocked. They were like, well, don't you want any of this? How many other people have been with you? Who? I asked that question. Well, my wife knows I was brutal. But I didn't want to attract it. I was not trying to attract that. I did not want that. The good men don't want that. No matter what your friends, hint, may tell you, no matter what the perception, the media, or what other people say, us good men don't want that. We want what's in this room right now. The way you're dressed now, your personality, that's what we want. Independent, but we are still needed. Ladies, you're doctors, you're lawyers, you got 3 and 4 degrees. That's great. But don't hold it over our heads. A lot of women, because of the fact that they're very successful, they have this, they have that, think they need to flaunt it and tell a man, yes, I'm a doctor, and I have 4 other degrees that go along with it. Marry me now. Y'all think I'm playing? Y'all think I'm playing? A lot of women think that the whole independence thing, the whole however many degrees, and I got this car, I got more money than you do, will draw a man to him. No. I could care less what a woman thinks. All I really care about is her heart, what she's into, and how she can contribute to a possible collaboration. If you do all those things, ladies, great. I'm not knocking what you do. But don't hang it over a guy's head like, I'm better than you, I'm better than you, I'm better than you, I'm better than you. Because all that's going to do is make us do this. Because just like you all like to feel needed and appreciated, we like to feel needed and appreciated too. Like my wife does a really, really great job in making sure that I feel appreciated every single day I walk through that door. I may have had a crappy day. I may have had clients that said no. I may have had people cancel. But April is always there to say, you know what? You're a darn good father. You're a darn good businessman, and I don't want you to forget that. Think I'm going anywhere? Heck, after that chicken shit, man, I ain't going nowhere. Now, here are your takeaways, ladies. I'm about to sum up, but here are the takeaways. If you haven't gotten anything from what I've told you this evening, I want you to take these things away this evening. Take the time to work on you first. Work on you. Remember, I asked you about your strengths. I asked you about your weaknesses. Really elaborate. Take the time. Take about 10, 15 minutes and really look at you and say, man, I'm good at that, but you know what? These are my opportunities. These are my opportunities for growth. This is how I can be better attracted to that great man. A lot of women don't want to do that. A lot of women just think, hey, I'm just going to go out there and hope something happens. No, you have to work on you. You have to make yourself better. Because the better you look to yourself, the better you look to that good man. Reevaluate your core team, quote unquote, and your personal thoughts and activities. What do I mean, core team? Your friends, your family, those you hang around the most. Honestly, if you have to push some people aside, do so. Really, really look at who you're hanging around and what they're saying, what they're doing, how they're acting, what are their activities, what are their attitudes. I have to do that in my own business team. There are some people that I have to prune out because their attitudes are wrong. You know, they don't have the same spirit. I have to get rid of them. I have to get rid of them. Every business person does that. And if you're going to get where you want to go in your relationships, you really have to look at your core team and your thoughts and your activities, because they will truly and honestly dictate where you're going to go. If you don't believe me, look at where you are. If you're not really happy with the men that you've interacted with and the relationships that you've had, look at your thoughts. Take a good look at your thoughts, your actions, and who you hang around. And just change it. Start tweaking it, just slowly but surely. And I promise you, the whole scheme of things, the big picture will change. Because when I did that, she came along. When my wife changed a few things in her life, I came along. Don't settle on your list, but be flexible. Again, reevaluating that list. If you got the 6'7" dude with the black hair, the curly hair with the beamer and all that great stuff, reevaluate it. Be less specific. Don't settle on it, but be flexible. If the guy is tall, but he makes like 5 figures, he makes 60 grand a year, 70 grand. I mean, don't be like, oh, can't talk to you, you don't make 6 figures. Don't be flexible, ladies. Be flexible. I always end with this, because these are the 2 most important people in my life. My wife and my son. Now, of course, my son is a product of me and my wife getting together. But this whole picture is a product of us working on each other. On April working on her so that she could be attractive to the point to where I was drawn to her, and I had to work on myself to where she was drawn to me. If you want this, I mean, you may not want kids, but if you want a relationship, you may not want kids. That's another presentation. But if you want something like this, if you want this family atmosphere, if you want to share with something, take into account what I'm saying. I'll make myself available afterwards. You feel free to give my number if you have any questions. If you want to kind of keep me posted on how things are going as you implement these things and you want to tweak things, I'm here for it. Because this, I would not trade for any amount of money, any position, anything. I would give my business up, my radio show, I would give it all up if it meant keeping it. And would I change and do all that I did to get this and do it all again? Yes, I would. So ladies, it has been my honor. It has been my privilege. I hope you got something out of it. Thank you very much. I'll see y'all at the top.